Good afternoon, Senior Plus people. I have a couple of fun projects for you. For those of you that may not know me, my name is Corrine Sander, and I've been working with Senior Plus for quite a few years now, providing some fun crafting opportunities for seniors. So let's get started. The first card I'm going to create for you is an all occasions card that you can use it for any occasion that you would like. As you can see, the inside is blank, so you can write your personal message. Here's the envelope. So let me get my supplies. Dump them all out here. So you will have an envelope. You have a mat. Oops, looks like I have a couple of pieces. You should have a piece of designer series paper and then a contrasting piece. Your card base, your beautiful butterfly, and another piece for inside that's white, and we're going to put a piece of paper on that. And then some ribbon. Okay, so this is going to be a pretty quick card. You're going to take your card base and you're going to fold it in half and burnish it. If you have a bone folder, great. If not, you can use the back of a butter knife or even the edge of a ruler. So the first thing I want to do is to attach these two pieces of paper. You can see one might be a little bit longer, so I'm going to attach them on the back side, lining them up so that they're married. You can use any kind of tape that you have. I just happen to have masking tape here. You can use Scotch tape or masking tape to keep these together. I just find masking tape is pretty inexpensive. You can buy it at the Dollar Tree a lot of times in the automotive section. Don't ask me why that's where it is, but that's where they put it. So now we're going to take our piece of ribbon. And most of you, if you have followed me for a period of time, know I like to do the cheating method. So I'm going to get a couple of pieces of masking tape again. You can use whatever tape you prefer. Just going to fold this over just a little bit, and that's the nice thing about having this attached. We can see how to line it up. So I'm bringing that down nice and snug. I'm now going to cut it off. Use the remainder piece for my tie. Attach this piece of Scotch tape right here. And then, like I said, we're going to use this to tie it off. Just a one single little knot. I do like to twist this so the satin side stays up. I don't know if you're like me, but I have ribbon scissors that I do not cut anything with other than ribbon and fabric. Okay, so now we're ready to attach this to our beautiful mat, and you should have a nice window of framing of white all the way around it. Looks like my cutter. Just want to get that off, and yeah, I like Tombow. That's my glue of choice. But you can use whatever you have or whatever you prefer. As long as it sticks, that's all that matters. I'm going to make sure I have almost the same amount of framing all the way around as I can. Now, I like to elevate this on my card, but we could attach it just like that. I think I didn't put any pop-ups, but if you wanted to put pop-ups, you certainly can. You have some in your supplies. With this big thick bow, it's probably a good idea that we attach it directly. The same with the little I just want to get a couple of drops of glue on the body. So I'm going to be very gentle. Hold that there for about 10 or 15 seconds. You should have some pearls in your kit. You can use tweezers or the edges of your scissors. I have this nifty little tool that I just absolutely love. Alright, now we're going to put that little piece that we got on the bottom of this for our inside. Trim off the excess. Put some more Tombow behind here. A little goes a long ways. Now this time I want to make sure I have rows all the way around. Make sure this is nice and straight. There. Now I also gave you a little piece so you can decorate your envelope as well. I'm just going to put a bead of glue all the way around. Push this up to the fold, but not going over the fold. Sometimes it's easier to push it down like that. At this point, I am going to take my bone folder and make sure that that glue gets burnished very well. Now you're going to take some nice sharp scissors and trim around your envelope. Yeah, so that card is finished. Got the beautiful envelope. Now we're going to move on to the gift card holder. I did want to take a minute and tell you the reason that I changed this from in-person to virtual is because of the rise in the coronavirus. I've been personally affected by it, so I take every precaution I can. So here is our beautiful gift card holder, made with designer series paper. So again, you should have the piece that's already pre-scored for you. You're going to have your mat that it lays on, the inside, and this, and a beautiful piece of white ribbon. So as you can see, I've already scored this for you. So you're going to see a score mark right here. You need to take your scissors or your cutter, whichever you're more comfortable with, and cut that right off to create a pocket for your gift card. So this is we don't need that. You're more than welcome to keep it and use it on another project. This time I am going to use a little bit of strong tape. So I'm putting it really close to the edge. Burnishing that. Now I can pick this off and attach it to here. Now I can close this up like a card and burnish that as well. Now, you may get a different paper. As you can see my sample, I have 2 different papers. I'm not really sure which one you're going to end up with, but they're both beautiful papers. Now, at this point, we want to make sure we're putting our ribbon on. So what I would suggest that you wrap it around your card and bring the ends together. Decide how far up you would like that. Again, I'm going to take a couple of pieces of either Scotch tape or masking tape, whichever you have. Since we're going to have this label over this, see how we have a label here? We can put this piece of masking tape right in the center to hold that down. So with keeping them together, I'm going to put one on the back as well, because that's going to get glued to this piece of backing that you have. So you can see when I layer this, I'm going to have a nice frame of this pretty light blue cardstock. So again, I'm using some Tombow close to the edges. I really like to use wet glue whenever I can, just because it gives me a few minutes to make some changes should I need to. So I'm going to hold this and center it as best as I can on that background. Hold it down for a few minutes. Now this time you will need some pop-ups, and I apologize if they're not in your kit. I'm going to center that right in the center of this part here, over the ribbon. And then you have a happy birthday greeting. If you want to put that on, you certainly can. If you'd rather wait and add something different when you're ready to use it, you could do that as well. So I wanted to pretty up the inside as well. So I'm doing the exact same thing that we did on the last card. I'm going to put a little piece. This is an awesome way to use up any scraps that you have from your scrapbooking paper. It doesn't have to be paper. You could also use a little snip of cardstock that you have left over. It just dresses your card up a little bit. So again, quite often I do not stamp the inside of my cards because I personally like to write a personal message to whomever is getting the card. I'm going to hold that there just for a minute. Pretty simple. And then we have another piece to put on our card, on our envelope, I'm sorry. So again, I'm going to put some wet glue close to the fold. The hardest part for people is to learn the pressure on the glue. So if you have a hard time with that, I encourage you to start in the middle and work your way out till you get used to it. Once you get used to it, you're going to love it. So again, I want to make sure it's even with my fold. Looks good. Burnish it and make sure there's no lumps or bumps in my glue. Give it just a second to dry. my trusty scissors again. Just following the edge of my envelope. So there we have it, our gift card holder with a pretty envelope. Let me bring these back in, and I want to thank you again for getting classes with Senior Plus. I appreciate it so much, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Take care of yourselves, stay well, and be kind. Bye-bye now.